Hi guys, my name's Sam, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at my second line gear that I use as a tactical medic in the law enforcement environment. Second line gear is defined as your mission gear, whatever you're going to have on you during combat, on your call out, or with you on whatever your mission may be. For me, this is going to be my entry vest and then my ballistic helmet. So starting with the ballistic helmet, this is a ProTech Tactical 3A ballistic helmet with some mount rails on the side for comms and other accessories, and then some night vision goggle mounts on the front. Fits pretty comfortably. It also serves as a bump helmet getting in and out of the MRAP. Don't want to hit your head and lose brain cells that way. Moving over to the vest, this is also a ProTech Tactical vest. It's one of their older models. This particular one is the Titan. It's got the traditional MOLLE loops on it. So the vest itself is actually only 2A armor, but it does have the option in the front pocket here to add rifle ballistic protection if you feel like your mission requires it. And I'll throw these in if it's a particularly risky call out, whatever it may be. Additionally, on the front of this vest, now I should preface all of this by saying I'm not some badass operator. I work for a rural sheriff's office on their tactical team as their medic. So how I have this set up might not be how somebody else would have it, and I'm totally open to suggestions down in the comments below. I know a lot of people like to keep the front of their vests pretty clean so you can go prone. I've chosen not to do that just because of the environments we're operating in. We're going to be in houses. We're not going to be, hunkered down in a berm returning enemy fire. So for me, I keep everything right up front so I can easily access it. First, starting on the right side, I've got a grenade pouch for flashbangs if the mission requires it. Then coming over here, I've got our radio systems. For me, it's just a pretty basic radio. And then I've got an earwig system that can connect to the mic up to my ear, so it keeps everything quiet. Coming over, I've got a handcuffs case that carries one set of metal handcuffs and then one set of zip tie cuffs folded up. I have carried two 30-round rifle mags, and then of course one in my AR itself. This is plenty of ammo for what we do. Some missions may require more in different environments, but for us, if you've gone through more than two AR mags, something's gone really, really wrong. I carry my Raptor trauma shears up front. These have been pretty useful. These can cut through pretty bulky material, and if you're getting somebody out of this vest or out of a different vest that might not have a quick release system to it, these would be a good option. Up here, I carry a knife, many uses, pretty versatile. So coming over to this side, I've got my med kit. Now, this isn't the stuff that's on my back. This is a little bit more redundancy from what's on my belt in my first line gear. And if you want to check out that vid, link will be up in the corner. So you can take a look at that, what I carry on my belt setup. But this is just more of the same. You're going to have your trauma dressing, an NPA, a couple things of gauze to pack wounds. It also will have some chest seals in it, an eye patch, and then some ibuprofen, Tylenol, things like that, just for your everyday ailments. If it's a prolonged mission, somebody's getting sore, somebody has a wound, we can keep them in the fight. It also has a cat tourniquet, of course. So besides that, I have another cat tourniquet. Now, I've got two tourniquets on my belt, two on my body, and then additional ones in my third line gear, which we'll go over in a different video. But that's just for redundancy. If I treat multiple people or if multiple wounds on the same person, whatever it might be, you want a lot of tourniquets and a lot of redundancy in your supplies. Up above, you'll see I've got a little flashlight here, just something easy to see. This isn't any particular brand. I think it's a pretty cheap headlamp. And then big marking sheriff on the front, per our department's policies. This armor has side armor as well, and then shoulder and arm armor with markings on either side. This is my TAC Med school I went to, TAC Med Essentials with Dr. Wiffler in Illinois. Great school if you're in the market looking to go to something. And then my National Registry subdued paramedic patch on the other side. On the back of this, I've got another set of zip cuffs that's unfolded, ready to go. I can grab this, or my partner, my buddy behind me, can grab it to subdue somebody. And then more marking back here. And this pocket also has the ability to accept a rifle plate, and you can put them on the front or back. Another additional thing on the front that I didn't mention is that this collar, actually you can attach a chin protector to it. We have the option to do it. I don't wear it just because it's pretty uncomfortable. That's not to say that it's not a good idea to have one on. That's all I have for this video. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you like what you see, hit that like button. Leave any questions, suggestions, comments you have down below, and I will see you next time. Audio Jungle.